Hope the screen is visible to all. So that will proceed with the next part of your chapter is finding of analytic functions. Or before finding of analytic functions, we have to solve one or two numericals on the basis of a polar coordinates or Cauchy-Riemann equations in polar coordinates. So I'm moving one by one part. Okay, now see, the first question is we have to calculate in polar coordinates if if f of z is equal to r square cos of 2 theta plus I r square sine of p theta is analytic is analytic, find p. Find p. A very easy question. We can solve this part. First we have to convert in real parts and imaginary part by substituting f of z is equal to u plus iv. So I'm just substituting u plus iv, which is equal to r square into cos of 2 theta plus I r square sine of p theta. While computing, you will getting u is equal to r square cos of 2 theta and v is equal to, you will getting that is r square sine of p theta. Sine of p theta. So you have to take the derivative one by one. So u with respect to r, you will getting 2r cos of 2 theta. V with respect to r, you will getting what? 2r sine of p theta. U with respect to theta, you will getting cos derivative is minus, so minus 2r square sine of p theta. Similarly, v with respect to theta, you will getting p into r square cos of p theta. So we just calculated the derivative, and what is a CR equation now? f of z f of z is analytic. F of z is analytic. This means what? ur is equal to ur is equal to 1 by r into v theta, and and u theta is equal to minus r into v r. So it's up to you, whatever we have to choose the equations, or whichever you have to select, because there is only one unknowns we have to calculate, that is a p only. So I'm just taking the first one, or you have to take the second one also. So ur is equal to, now ur is equal to 1 by r into v theta. Now ur is equal to what? 2r cos 2 theta. So 2r cos of 2 theta is equal to 1 by r. V theta is what? Pr square cos of p theta. So this r is cancelled by this, and you have to equate the terms. So while equating, you will getting 2r is equal to pr, and cos of 2 theta is equal to, you will getting cos of p theta. Now again you have to justify it, that is if p is equal to 2, then cos 2 theta, then cos 2 theta is equal to cos of p theta if p is equal to 2, or you can compute this part directly, that is p is equal to 2. So just while substituting one values of CR equations, or if you want, you can go ahead with this part. If I will go with this part, again I will get the same value. that is u theta is equal to minus r into vr. So u theta is equal to minus r into, we can solve by this by this concept also. So one by one, now u theta is equal to minus r into vr. So u theta is equal to minus 2r square sine of p theta. Sorry, I think it will become sine of 2 theta, because cos derivative is minus sine 2 theta. 2 theta 2 is as it is. So we made a mistake. Sine of 2 theta, which is equal to minus r into vr is what, 2r sine p theta. So we have to just substitute the value, 2r sine of p theta. So this part will becomes 2r square. This to get cancelled. So we can justify here, that is minus minus get cancelled. Sine of 2 theta is equal to sine of p theta. Now again we can write, if p is equal to then p is equal to 2, then sine 2 theta is equal to sine of p theta. So again we justify this part. So hope you understand how to calculate the values of unknowns when polar coordinates or polar equations are given. Now one more questions I'm taking, and then we'll move ahead with the other part of the chapter or module. So the second question is, show that, not show that, instead of, because we are not supposed to take the part directly here. Hmm, just wait, searching for a question, because polar coordinates in examination, the polar coordinates questions are very less. Okay, anyway, we just move ahead with the next part. So it will be because there is no questions are present, more questions are present here, so that we just calculate the values of unknowns and all. It is the same method. Now I'm just going to explain very important part of this syllabus, because this part is near about 12 marks. Earlier it was 12 marks. Till now there is a no meeting happen in university. So till now we are not going to consider whether it is a 12 marks or 20 marks. But hopefully maximum chances is there, that is whatever the part I'm going to teach you right now, that part is of no most important in complex variable. 99% that part carrying near about 18 to 20 marks. It is my assumptions, not that is 100% I'm saying that is. So just go ahead with, because earlier it was for 12 marks. Now there are very many self-learning topics are in your syllabus. So according to the self-learning, the self-learning topics are not going to ask in examinations. So we'll move ahead further. uh, First the topics. So see, the what is the next topic is finding of analytic function. Finding of analytic function. Very easy method it is. No need to panic about that is what will be the method and all the something. In here we have to learn one by one thing. See, what is the first method for finding of analytic functions? Here first I'm going to represent what is a harmonic equations, because क्वेश्चन में पूछ सकता है आपको हार्मोनिक फंक्शन और हार्मोनिक इक्वेशंस। तो एग्जाम में या क्वेश्चन में अगर कभी भी हम लोग सॉल्व करते हैं हार्मोनिक इक्वेशंस, sometime it is known as a Laplace's equation, Laplace's equation। वर्डिंग्स में चेंजेस होते हैं। जब कार्टेशियन कोऑर्डिनेट्स में आपको कैलकुलेट करने बोला जाएगा या प्रूव करने बोला जाएगा तो उसको हार्मोनिक से रिप्रेजेंट किया जाता है, और जब पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट्स में दिया जाता है तो उसको लाप्लासिस इक्वेशंस के नाम से रिप्रेजेंट होता है। नाउ ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, फॉर अ हार्मोनिक इक्वेशन फॉर कार्टेशियन कार्टेशियन कोऑर्डिनेट्स, always remember uxx plus uyy or vxx plus vyy is equal to 0। अगर u double derivative of u with respect to x and double derivative of u with respect to y, if you are getting a 0, or if the double derivative of v with respect to x and double derivative of v with respect to y, again you are getting a 0, then such a functions or such a equations are known as a harmonic equation. So please just remember this point. And when the polar coordinates are introduced, for polar coordinates, always remember the polar coordinates equation is little bit different. I'm just writing for you, hope you will understand about the v। जैसे u का है वैसे v का भी होगा। So just writing u r r plus 1 by r u r plus 1 by r square u theta theta is equal to 0। So for polar coordinates, if polar coordinates in a question, and if the question is given, that is show that the given function is a harmonic functions, so you just have to use this part, u r r plus 1 by r u r plus 1 by r square into u theta theta is equal to 0। And if v part is given, then again it is the same equation, that is you have to apply v r r plus 1 by r v r plus 1 by r square v theta theta is equal to 0। Same रहेगा, खाली u और v must be changes। So this is known as a harmonic function in polar coordinates as well as in a Cartesian coordinates। Now we are going to learn how to find the analytic functions. But in analytic function, there is a part known as a harmonic functions or harmonic conjugate. So you must learn this part now। मैंने कल और ट्यूसडे को वर्डिंग किया था, दैट इज if sometimes real part is given, then we have to calculate the analytic part, oh sorry, you have to calculate the imaginary part। If imaginary part is given, we have to calculate the real part। So finding of analytic functions means what? We have to calculate f of z, this is our basic module। Sometimes in a questions it is clearly mentioned calculate the real part or calculate the imaginary part, that time you have to perform a work and you have to calculate whatever a question is asked regarding that concept। If in a question, if a real part is given and if it is asked about, that is calculate the imaginary part or calculate the harmonic conjugate of that respective part। So if u is given, by default you must have to calculate v। But if in a question it is clearly given, that is you have to calculate the analytic functions, तो वहाँ पे necessary नहीं होता है कैलकुलेशन करना एनालिटिक फंक्शंस का, वहाँ पे सिर्फ एफ ऑफ जेड के फॉर्म में आपको रिजल्ट लाना है। यहाँ पे हम मेथड पढ़ेंगे So finding of analytic functions one by one I'm going to explain. The first one, if real part is given, if real part is given, अगर रियल पार्ट दिया है मतलब u given है. If real part is given, you must understand how to solve the concept. You have to calculate the derivative for both the functions. दोनों functions के लिए derivative calculate करना है हमको. So you have to calculate, that is u with respect to x, and we have to represent that u with respect to x as a f1 of x comma y. Similarly, you have to calculate u with respect to y, and you have to represent as a f2 of x comma y. Then first we perform, that is a derivative. u का with respect to x निकाले, u का with respect to y derivative निकाले, दोनों को represent किया है मैंने, f1 of x comma y and f2 of x comma y. Then by Milne-Thomson method, always remember we have to use this method. By Milne-Thomson, method, we have to put x equal to z and y equal to 0. x की जगह पे z रखना है और y के जगह पे 0 रखना है, इधर भी. जिससे आपको क्या मिलेगा, f1 of z comma 0 and f2 of z comma 0. x जहाँ जहाँ रहेगा वहाँ पे z और y जहाँ पे भी रहेगा वहाँ पे 0 रखना है. What is Milne-Thomson method? State that f of z, which is equal to integral f1 of z comma 0 into dz minus I into integral f2 of z comma 0 into dz. So we have to perform this concept properly. This is first part, that is if a real part is given, then we have to calculate or perform this result. Ux is equal to and ui is equal to. First you have to calculate the derivative of u with respect to x, and you have to just represent f1 of x comma y. Similarly, you have to calculate the derivative of u with respect to y and just represent f2 of x comma y, and then apply the by Milne-Thomson method. Milne-Thomson is a scientist name and his method we are preferring. So by Milne-Thomson method, x is equal to z and y equal to 0. So that our f1 of x comma y will be changed to f1 of z comma 0, and f2 of z comma 0 will be changed to f1 or f2 of z comma 0. So f of z will becomes f1 of z comma 0 into dz minus I integral f2 of z comma 0 into dz. So we have to perform this work. So by this work we can calculate the analytic functions or f of z, because f of z is clearly given. Now one more method is there. No, sorry, next part is, if imaginary part is given, then what? So always remember the first two part, there are total four things. If u plus iv, if u plus iv is given, if u minus iv is given. So there are total four methods, but first we have to learn that is only two methods. In next lecture we will try to learn the remaining next two methods. So the second one is, if imaginary part is given. If imaginary part is given, when I say imaginary, you must remember that is a v. So again the same method, vx is equal to f1 of x comma y, vy is equal to f2 of x comma y. Then by Milne-Thomson method again, by Milne Thompson method, we have to apply x equal to z and y equal to 0. Therefore, this part will becomes f1 of x, sorry, z comma 0 and f2 of z comma 0. Therefore, our f of z will becomes integral f1 of z comma 0 into dz plus I integral f2 of z comma 0 into dz. So just see the changes here. The only plus sign changes are here in our respective part. Just let me again explain, that is, if imaginary part is given, then what? If imaginary part is given, you what you applied here, that is, again we applied, that is v with respect, derivative of v with respect to x, derivative of v with respect to y, and just represent that both the part with f1 of x comma y and f2 of x comma y, and then by Milne Thompson method you have to apply the Milne Thompson method, then substitute x equal to z and y equal to 0. Therefore your f1 of x comma y is changed to f1 of z comma 0, and f2 of x comma y will becomes f2 of x comma y will becomes what? f2 of z comma 0. So you will getting the integration equations, f of z is equal to f1 of z comma 0 into dz plus I into f2 of z comma 0 into dz. So very easy method it is. You just remember, or you just uh, save in your mind, that is what we have to perform here. So because there is a no things are present like we have to make any confusions regarding this part, because it is a very easy method. So please remember this part. According to using these two parts, we have to calculate, that is analytic functions, if real part is given and if imaginary part is given. So don't get anything confusion in your mind regarding this part. If anyone having any doubts regarding these parts, you can ask, that is, these things are not understandable, so that I will explain one more time, or if not, we'll proceed with the examples or problem solving. So I think I will proceed with the problem solving here. Okay, now see the difference is only plus and minus. This is plus, and the first, this part is a plus I and this part is a minus I. So moving ahead with the examples, so that you will understand better way. The first example I'm taking, in examination it is clearly given, that is, if analytic is show that u is equal to r minus a square by r into cos of theta is harmonic. Is harmonic. एकदम सिंपल और आसान सा क्वेश्चन है, हार्मोनिक प्रूव करके दिखाना है, दैट्स इट. व्हाट इज हार्मोनिक? uxx plus uyy is equal to 0 or vxx plus vyy is equal to 0. But here it is in polar coordinates, so you're not supposed to take the Cartesian coordinate equations. You must have to use this equation, urr plus 1 by r ur plus 1 by r square u theta theta is equal to 0. So we have to take the derivative one by one. First derivative is we have to perform u with respect to r. It's up to you. So taking the derivative cos theta treated as a constant, so I'm just writing the derivative is 1 minus it will becomes a square by r square. Hope these things are clear into cos theta, because r का derivative 1 हो जाएगा, 1 by r का derivative minus 1 by r square, already minus is there, so it will becomes plus a square by r square into cos theta. Now u with respect to r, so 1 becomes 0. Now we have to calculate the derivative of this part with respect to r. So I'm taking the u by v rule. By default, r square into derivative of a square will become 0 minus a square, as it is derivative of this part is 2r divided by r raised to 4 into cos theta as it is. So u r r, which is equal to, just simplify this part, is get cancelled, so you will getting what, minus a square or minus 2a square upon r raised to 3 into cos of theta. So hope things are clear regarding the derivative concept. Now similarly we have to calculate u with respect to theta. So while calculating theta, we just have to calculate the derivative of this part instead of this. So r minus a square by r into minus of sine theta. I'm just applying here. So u theta is equal to a square by r minus r इंटू साइन ऑफ थीटा. वो माइनस साइन अंदर मल्टीप्लाई किया हो तो जो प्लस माइनस था वो प्लस हो गया, प्लस वाला माइनस. नाउ यू थीटा थीटा यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट whether it is need or not. We just have to calculate and just let finish. So again you will getting a square by r minus r as it is into cos of theta. Hope things are clear regarding the derivative part. Now what is the equations? Equation was clear, that is u r r plus 1 by r ur plus 1 by r square u theta theta is equal to 0. So we just put the values. urr is minus 2a square by r cube into cos of theta plus 1 by r as it is. What is the ur is clearly given, that is 1 plus a square by r square into cos of theta plus 1 by r square. What is u theta theta is given, that is a square by r minus r into cos of theta. I'm just taking that it is the left hand side we're taking left hand side, that is urr plus 1 by r ur plus 1 by r square u theta theta. So we just taken that is the left hand side here, and that left hand side is equal to this part. Or you can go ahead with the directly, that is equal to 0, and at the end you have to prove that is this is equal to 0 equal to 0. So it's up to you. I'm just taking that is a 0. आपके ऊपर है आप कैसे प्रूव करते हो, बट यहाँ पे हमने लिख दिया है taking LHS, so we are taking the LHS only. Now this part is, we have to just simplify this part. So minus 2a square into cos of theta by r cube. देखो यहाँ पे अगर सिंप्लीफाई करूंगा तो 1 by r into this part, so I'm just writing into cos theta. So cos theta by r. Similarly here if I multiply, then plus a square into cos theta upon r cube हो जाएगा. ये टर्म इधर मल्टीप्लाई होगा, ये भी टर्म इधर मल्टीप्लाई होगा. Similarly we have to perform here also. So plus a square by r cube into cos theta. This part is cancelled, so minus cos of theta by r. अब देखो चेक करो तो ये देखो ये cos theta by r is cancelled by minus cos theta by r. This is a square cos theta by r cube plus a square cos theta by r cube, 2 times this part and 2 times it is given. So by default you will getting a 0. Therefore left hand side is equal to right hand side, and given function satisfied CR equation. Given function satisfied CR equation. So hope things are clear regarding this part, how we prove that is a harmonic function. So you are whatever the function is given, you have to take the derivative, double derivative in both the variable, like r and theta is given. So and later we have to use that is this equation, that is a Laplace's equation, or known as the harmonic equations. U r r plus 1 by r u r plus 1 by r square into u theta theta. Suppose it was, if it is what it was, a v is given. अब इसी क्वेश्चन में कभी कभी मैं एक ऐड करता हूँ, फाइंड v. तो हार्मोनिक है तो उसको v भी हम फाइंड आउट करना है हमको. अगर पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट्स आपको देता है, इफ पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट्स इज गिवन, अगर पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट दिया है और उसमें u दिया है और v कैलकुलेट करने के लिए कहा गया है, देन यू हैव टू यूज अ वेरी सिंपल मेथड. जो अपने फॉर्मूला आपको याद होना चाहिए, जो फॉर्मूला आपने यूज किया है p कैलकुलेट करने के लिए, और कॉची रीमन इक्वेशन. सो आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग फॉर कैलकुलेशन ऑफ v, CR equations. CR equation is what? Ux is sorry, not ux. In polar coordinates, ur is equal to 1 by r into v theta, and u theta is equal to minus r into vr. जो हमने अभी ऊपर देखा है ये इक्वेशंस को, ये इक्वेशन हमने देखा था यहाँ पे, u r is equal to 1 by r into v theta, u theta is equal to minus r into vr. So same equation we have to use here. u r हमने कैलकुलेट किया था, ऊपर ही हमारे पास है u r. what is the value of u r? 1 plus a square by r square into cos theta. I'm just substituting here. 1 plus using u r is equal to 1 by r into v theta. So 1 plus a square by r square into cos theta, which is equal to 1 by r into v theta. होप थिंग्स आर क्लियर. मैंने जस्ट वैल्यू रखा है, आप ये भी ले सकते हो, यू थीटा भी आपने कैलकुलेट किया है, तो इट्स अप टू यू. सिंप्लीफाई करना है, वी हमको पता नहीं है, वी तो हमको कैलकुलेट करना है. ये 1 by r है, you have to transfer here, so it terms will be multiply. So v theta is equal to this will become, so you're getting r plus a square by r into cos theta. बिकॉज ये यहाँ पे डिवाइड में था, इधर जाके मल्टीप्लाई होगा, तो r इंटू 1r plus a square by r, a square into r upon r square, so that part will cancel and you will getting a square by r into cos theta. So hope things are clear regarding this part. Now v theta, hope you all of you aware about this part. वी थीटा है, मतलब इसको मैं ऐसा लिख सकता हूँ, डो वी बाय डो थीटा विच इज इक्वल टू आर प्लस ए स्क्वायर बाय आर इंटू कॉस ऑफ थीटा। स्विच कर दो, ट्रांसफर कर दो, डो वी इज इक्वल टू आर प्लस ए स्क्वायर बाय आर इंटू कॉस ऑफ थीटा इंटू डो थीटा। सिर्फ डो थीटा है, डो वी है, तो I'm you have to apply the integration both the side, either with respect to theta होगा, इधर with respect to v होगा। why? because always remember इंटीग्रेशन अप्लाई करोगे तो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू इम्पोर्टेंट है, डेरिवेटिव अप्लाई करोगे तो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू इम्पोर्टेंट है। होप all of you aware about that is del that is a डो एक्स, डेरिवेटिव ऑफ डो एक्स इज इक्वल टू एक्स प्लस सी आता है, तो वो चीज़ आपको लिखना है तो लिख सकते हो, that is plus c, that is a constant of integration. So I'm applying here, so I will getting dou v is equal to integral with respect to theta, so we have to take that is r plus a square by r as a constant part, remaining is theta here, so integral cos theta into dou theta. So we this part v is equal to r plus a square by r into sine of theta, प्लस सी लिखना है लिख दो, यहाँ पे भी प्लस सी लिखना है लिख दो, but that things are not matter because it is a very small and negligible value. So we can get that is a v is equal to finally r plus a square by r into sine of theta। ये ऐसे कैलकुलेट किया गया है। बहुत सिंपल मेथड है, जो मेथड आपने पढ़ा है ऊपर वही मेथड को यूज़ किया गया है, यूटिलाइज किया गया है, एंड वी जस्ट कैलकुलेट, वी गॉट द वैल्यूज ऑफ द रिस्पेक्टिव फंक्शन। नाउ सी, हार्मोनिक तो क्लियर है। नाउ कैलकुलेशन ऑफ वी वेरिएबल, सपोज ये पार्ट आपको दिया रहता और वी कैलकुलेट करने के लिए कहता, तो आपके ऊपर है, आप ये पार्ट लो या ये पार्ट लो, विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू थीटा इंटीग्रेट करना है या विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू आर करना है। यहाँ पे मैंने विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू थीटा इंटीग्रेट किया है, अगर ये पार्ट में लेता तो मेरे को विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू आर इंटीग्रेट करना रहता। आपके ऊपर है, इट्स अप टू यू वेदर यू हैव टू टेक यू एनी इक्वेशंस, यू विल गेट द प्रॉपर रिजल्ट, प्रॉपर रिजल्ट मिलेगा आपको। दिस इज जस्ट अ कैलकुलेशन ऑफ वी। पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट्स में था, इसके लिए हमने मिलनर थॉमसन नहीं यूज किया। मिलनर थॉमसन में देखा होगा आपने, एक्स और वाई वेरिएबल दिखाए क्लियरली, that is ux is represented with f1 of x comma y and uy is represented as f2 of x comma y. Similarly vx and vy also represented with both f1 of x comma y and f2 of x comma y respectively. बट यहाँ पे पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट से पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट्स में मिलने थॉमसन मेथड अप्लाई नहीं होगा। पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट्स में अगर अननोन्स कैलकुलेट करना है, पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट्स में अगर आपको एनालिटिक फंक्शंस का सेकंड पार्ट लाइक यू दिया है तो कैलकुलेट करना है, वी दिया है यू कैलकुलेट करना है, so you have to use that is a CR equation only, ur is equal to 1 by r into v theta and u theta is equal to minus r into vr. So hope things are clear. If anyone having any doubts regarding this numericals, you can on your mic and you can ask, or if no, then you can just then we will move ahead with the next problem. Anyone having any doubts regarding this part or question number today's question 3 and question number 1 regarding the finding of analytic functions? If anyone having any doubts, you can ask, or you can just, if no mic is not working, you can just put a message in a chat box, or we'll just move ahead with the next part of our, we'll see the next question. Anyway, I see seen that is a no comments in a chat box, so I'm just considering myself that is you will understand, all of you understand regarding the concept of this part and these questions. Okay, so next question, second question, finding of analytic functions. find analytic function analytic functions means yeah always remember f of z. कभी कभी आपको एग्जाम में देता है find f of z. Please remember these things. Find analytic function whose real part is given. So just taking a very simple example here, u is equal to x cube minus 3xy square plus 3x square plus minus 3y square plus 2x plus 1. So very simple example is given. So we have to start this solution. You have to take the derivative u with respect to x. You will getting what 3x square minus derivative with respect to x, so 3y square plus 6x plus 2, which is equal to represented as f1 of x comma y. Then u with respect to y, this 0, this part will getting, that is a minus 6xy, this part is 0 minus 6y, and this part is 0, so you have to represent it as f2 of x comma y. Hope things are clear. So next thing we have to apply by Milne-Thomson method. By Milne-Thomson, method, x equal to z and y is equal to 0, where we have to put here and here. So you will getting f1 of z comma 0, which is equal to, इसमें put कर दो. So you will getting 3z square, this part is 0, plus 6z, 2 as it is, and f2 of z comma 0. इस इक्वेशन में पुट करोगे तो ये पूरा जीरो मिलेगा आपको, दैट इज इक्वल टू जीरो, बिकॉज zero when substituting 0 into anything 0 and 0 into anything will become 0. So next part is a formula, that is f of z is equal to integral f1 of z comma 0 into dz minus I integral f2 of z comma 0 into dz. Always remember, if u is given in a questions you have to use minus I, if v is given in a questions you have to use a plus I. That's only changes. So f of z is equal to integral of this part, that is 3z square plus 6 into z plus 2. This part of f2 of z 0 is, so this part is 0 into dz. F of z, you have to apply the basic integration here. So this integration will become z cube by 3. So 3 get cancelled. So you will getting z cube plus z square by 2. So 3z square, and constant of integration, that is you are getting directly, that is 2 into z plus c. Hope things are clear. F of z, अब यहाँ पे मैं u दिया था तो v कैलकुलेट करने की कोशिश करता हूँ. So f of z is equal to u plus iv. Later we will write f of z is equal to. Hope all of you remember. You can neglect this c part because it is a constant of integration. It is a very, that is a negligible value. That is a very small value. So we can neglect this part in this chapter or in this module. It is clearly ordered. So we have to apply, that is x plus iy raised to power 3 plus 3 into x plus iy raised to power 2 plus 2 into x plus iy. ये क्वेश्चन में दिया नहीं था कैलकुलेट करने के लिए, लेकिन फिर भी मैं कैलकुलेट कर रहा हूँ। थोड़ा सा एक हैबिट बनाओ कैलकुलेट करने के लिए। सो एफ ऑफ जेड इज इक्वल टू, so you have to apply that is a plus b the whole cube, so x cube plus 3x square iy plus 3x iy square plus iy cube plus 3 into x square plus 2x iy plus iy square plus 2x plus 2iy। सिंप्लीफाई कर लेते हैं इसको, आई आई के साथ लिखेंगे और विदाउट आई वाले टर्म, से यू प्लस आई वी। एफ ऑफ जेड क्या होता है, यू प्लस आई, सो एक्स क्यूब एज इट इज। देखो अच्छी तरह से ध्यान दो यहाँ पे, दिस विल बिकम्स आई स्क्वायर एंड आई स्क्वायर विल बिकम्स -1, आई स्क्वायर will becomes -1, so this will, I'm just writing minus 3x y square. Hope these things are clear. Remaining, you this part you will getting, that is I square, that is -1, so we can write minus 3y square। ये चीज मैंने लिख दिया है यहाँ पे। आई वाले पार्ट हमारे देखो, और विदाउट आई वाले पार्ट्स कितने हैं, +2x +2x। वन नहीं मिल रहा है यहाँ पे बिकॉज वो तो कांस्टेंट था, तो इसके लिए वो नहीं मिलेगा हमको समटाइम। और तो ऐसे कोई टर्म्स है नहीं, अब सिर्फ आई वाले टर्म लिखेंगे। प्लस आई में कॉमन ले लेता हूँ, या आई कॉमन मत लो
सर 3x स्क्वायर आएगा ना?
3, एक मिनट जस्ट,
3x स्क्वायर।
वेर हियर, और 3x square, yes yes, one more term is remaining, that is a 3x square, I'm just taking, yes, 3 into x square, 3 into y square capital. Thank you. Now we'll move ahead with the I terms. So we have to apply here I term. So 3x square iy cube is I cube is, hope you all of you aware, that is I square is -1, so I into -1, that is a minus y cube, 3 to the 6x iy, sorry, you have to write I as it is, 6x iy, then plus 2 iy. Hope not any terms are missing. So we have to just separate this part. So you are separating u is equal to x cube minus 3xy square minus 3y square plus 3x square plus 2x. This is our u and v is equal to, I वाले पार्ट लिखना है, I को छोड़ दो खाली, तो 3x square, और you can write any order, 3x square minus y cube plus 6xy plus 2y। अब अगर हम रियल पार्ट हमारा चेक करेंगे तो सिर्फ कांस्टेंट का डिफरेंस आएगा। u इज एक्स क्यूब माइनस 3x स्क्वायर, एक्स क्यूब माइनस 3xy स्क्वायर, देन माइनस 3y स्क्वायर, यस माइनस 3y स्क्वायर इज देयर, प्लस 3x स्क्वायर, ऑर्डर खाली आगे पीछे है, प्लस 2x और +1, तो +2x+1 नहीं मिला है हमको बिकॉज इट इज़ अ कांस्टेंट टर्म, उसका कोई यूटिलाइज नहीं हुआ है। अगर आप यहाँ पे सिंप्लीफिकेशन में भी देखोगे, ऐसे कुछ कांस्टेंट टर्म्स कभी कभी रहते हैं इसका ना डेरिवेटिव में कोई यूटिलाइजेशन हुआ है, वेदर इट इज यू एक्स यू आई। सो वी कैन से दैट आवर सोल्यूशन इज प्रॉपर, कि यू जो टर्म है वो प्रॉपर आपको जो यू गिवन था वो मिलेगा कांस्टेंट टर्म को छोड़ के। सम टाइम कांस्टेंट टर्म्स ऐड रहते हैं वो कांस्टेंट टर्म्स को छोड़ के, बट वेरिएबल वाले जो भी पार्ट्स है वो यू में केप्ट एज इट इज होने चाहिए जो आपको क्वेश्चन में है। तो आप बोल सकते हो कि वी आपको ये दिया गया है, सॉरी, तो वी आपने प्रॉपर कैलकुलेट किया है। अगर यू आपको प्रॉपर मिल जाता है आफ्टर सिंप्लीफिकेशन, यू प्रॉपर मतलब जो क्वेश्चन में दिया है वो वेरिएबल के साथ अगर प्रॉपर मिल रहा है आपको यू, तो समझ लेना ये आपने राइट निकाला है। यही आपका चेक करने का सॉल्यूशन है कि आप सॉल्यूशन को कैसे समझो कि यू और वी मेरा राइट है या रॉन्ग है। सो एफ ऑफ जेड इज इक्वल टू क्या होता है हमारा, एफ ऑफ जेड इज इक्वल टू वॉट, u plus iv. F of z is u plus iv. You have to just put f of z is equal to x cube minus 3xy square plus 3x square minus 3y square plus 2x plus I into v क्या है हमारा ये पार्ट, 3x square minus y cube plus 6xy plus 2y is analytic, इज एनालिटिक फंक्शन। अब हमको फंक्शन एनालिटिक दिया है, लेकिन हमको एनालिटिक फंक्शंस का सेकेंड पार्ट कैलकुलेट करना है। होप ये क्वेश्चन आपको अंडरस्टैंड हुआ होगा प्रॉपरली। वन मोर टाइम आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन दिस पार्ट। See what was the question, find analytic function whose real part is given। एनालिटिक फंक्शंस मतलब एफ ऑफ जेड कैलकुलेट करना है, रियल पार्ट गिवन है। सो u इज गिवन, प्लस वन यहाँ पे एक एक्स्ट्रा टर्म है, उसका कोई यूटिलाइजेशन नहीं है। कांस्टेंट टर्म ऐसे होंगे, बहुत बार a ऐड रहेगा, b ऐड रहेगा, वो कंफ्यूजन जनरेट करने के लिए है। कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट होता है, जिसकी वजह से आप लोग रिजल्ट में यहाँ पे आने के बाद बहुत गलती करना चालू कर देते हो। सो you have to take the derivative u with respect to x. So while taking derivative with u with respect to x, you are getting this part. Taking derivative of u with respect to y, you will getting minus 6xy minus 6y. Now we have to apply the by Milne-Thomson method. So according to Milne-Thomson method, you have to put here as a 0 x equal to z and y is equal to 0, where we have to put in a f1 and f2 value, f1 of x comma y and f2 of s. So 3 into z square, you will getting 3z square plus 6z plus 2, and f2 is by default 0 by putting y equal to 0 here. Next we have to apply is, this is formula of Milne-Thomson. When real part is given, the only difference is a minus I and plus I. Plus I अगर होता है तो v वाला रहेगा, और माइनस I है तो u वाला पार्ट रहेगा। Now just put f1 of z comma 0, 3z square plus 6z plus 2 into dz. Just we have to integrate the part for basic integration. So z cube plus 3z square plus 2z plus c, you are getting, just simplify the value. All of you aware that is in a complex number, you will learn that is z is equal to x plus iy, and z is equal to x plus iy. Similarly, all the wherever that is a z is present, we have to put that is x plus iy. So while putting x plus iy, just simplify the a plus b the whole cube, or x plus iy the whole cube, and x plus iy the whole square. And after simplification, we have to put the value of I, that is I square is minus 1, I cube is minus I, because putting the value is a very important. If anything is wrong, just like if I put I was miss putting I here, so if in case if we will miss the value of I, then by default that real will be converted into imaginary, or imaginary will convert it into real. So these things are very important. Sometimes a plus b the whole cube formula will be also there, so you have to just go ahead with the proper solution. Now moving ahead with this part, that is u plus iv, f of z is u plus iv. Just separate the part of real part and imaginary parts. तो जिसके साथ I नहीं है वो पार्ट को हम सेपरेट लिखे हैं, और जिसके साथ I प्रेजेंट है वी अगेन सेपरेटेड विद द इमेजिनरी पार्ट। यहाँ से कॉमन लेने के बाद एक स्टेप क्रिएट कर सकते हो, बट नो वरीज अबाउट दैट स्टेप और नो नीड अबाउट दैट स्टेप। सो यू विल गेटिंग, वी इज ऑल्सो गेटिंग। अब यू और v को, यू और वी जो आ जाता है उसको कंपेयर करने का, जो भी क्वेश्चन में अगर रियल पार्ट हमको दिया था तो उसको रियल पार्ट जो हमको मिला है उससे कंपेयर करो, तो देखो सेम चीज़ मिल रहा है, खाली प्लस। तो प्लस कांस्टेंट, मैं अभी भी बोल रहा हूँ, बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस में ऐसे होंगे कि कांस्टेंट वैल्यू ऐड रहेंगे, तो दैट थिंग्स आर नॉट नो नेसेसरी, कोई इफेक्ट नहीं है। क्योंकि इफेक्ट कब होता है, क्योंकि हमने एनालिटिक फंक्शंस का पहले कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ा है, इट इज़ अ डिफरेंशिएबल एंड इट सेटिस्फाइड द सी आर इक्वेशन। जब सी आर इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाइड आपको करना है तो डेरिवेटिव करना है, जैसे ही आप डेरिवेटिव करोगे उस पार्ट को, तो वन उसके लिए कोई मान ही नहीं रह जाएगा। इसके लिए +1 +n कोई कांस्टेंट है उसका कोई मतलब नहीं। हाँ, कोई वेरिएबल अगर यहाँ पे मिसिंग होता है, जैसे यहाँ पे 2x नहीं आता फॉर एग्जांपल, तो समझो हमने कुछ तो रॉन्ग किया है, कुछ मिस्टेक हुआ है हमसे। बट वेरिएबल अगर प्रॉपरली हमको मिलते हैं जो क्वेश्चन में दिए हैं, इसका मतलब हमने वीक प्रॉपर कैलकुलेट किया है। एंड एट दैट एफ ऑफ जेड इज इक्वल टू यू प्लस आई वी। तो यू प्लस आई वी ऐसा लिख के यू का वैल्यू वी का वैल्यू रख के सब्स्टिट्यूट कर देते हैं। नाउ if anyone having any questions regarding this part, so you can ask, or sure, I'm going to proceed with the attendance part. Just wait, don't left the lectures, or anyone having any doubts आप पूछ सकते हो। If anyone having any doubts regarding today's topic, I just stop the presentation now, waiting for the attendance part. So there are 33 students are present. Don't left. One more time I'm going to refresh the part. Okay, so anyone having any doubts regarding this today's lectures or today's problems? If no doubts, you can just write in a chat box that is a no doubt, so that I will proceed and I will go with the logout sessions so that we will proceed with the next lecture. Just put that as a message there is a no doubt, because I must be full confident that is there is will be no doubt. But if in case any queries regarding whatever the questions we solved or whatever the topic we learn here, then I will clear. Okay, so no doubts are there. Okay, fine, just wait 1 minute, one more minute. uh, Fine, so now it's up to you, that is now you can left the lectures because you have one more lectures. Thank you so much, stay safe, take care, see you tomorrow.